Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is July 14th, 2016. This is Texan TV News from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. I'm Sammie Wight. Here are today's top stories. In campus news, according to the Flash today, Dr. Sharhonda McClin has been selected to be the Assistant Vice President for Tarleton State University's Division of Student Life. McClin begins her new duties August 1st. McClin currently is Vice President for Student Affairs and Dean of Students at McPherson College in McPherson, Kansas, a private liberal arts school with an enrollment of approximately 600 students. Vice President of Student Life, Dr. Laura Boren, said Dr. McClin brings a new perspective to student life, and her knowledge and experience will be an asset as we continue to build bridges across the university. Boren said that she is confident that McClin will have an easy transition into the Division of Student Life and is looking forward to her joining the team. McClin has 16 years of experience in education. Prior to her role at McPherson College, she served as an assistant professor of education for 6 years. McClin also has worked as an admissions financial aid counselor. Early in McClin's career, she taught 4th and 5th grades and served as an administrator in a preparatory program. In local news, according to the Stephenville Empire Tribune, starting this week, contractors for the Texas Department of Transportation, TxDOT, will begin construction on a new signal light and crosswalk at the intersection of Washington and St. Felix Street. This project is part of a project to improve safety for pedestrians crossing the busy street to Tarleton. Motorists traveling along Washington Street and entering Tarleton via St. Felix Street are advised to use caution for the duration of the $125,000 project. According to TxDOT officials, no road closures are expected as part of the project. However, brief lane closures may affect traffic flow during the hanging and installation of the new traffic signals above Washington Street. Contractors for Tarleton will install new sidewalks along Washington Street adjacent to the Blue Baseball Complex and along St. Felix Street. A new 6-foot wide sidewalk will be added on the south side of Washington Street, beginning at the intersection of Harbin Street, leading pedestrians to the new crosswalk at St. Felix Street, and along the east side of St. Felix from Washington Street to Sloan Street. The project calls for concrete sidewalks, excluding a portion in front of the Tarleton Horticulture Center that will be built using crushed stone to match existing landscape around the facility. In conjunction with the traffic signal and sidewalk projects, Tarleton will begin construction on 3 additional parking lots to provide approximately 150 new spaces. The location of the new parking lots and their designation include the corner of Lillian and Shirley Street with an additional 90 spaces, the corner of Jones and Kane Street will have an additional 32 spaces, and there will be an expansion of the parking lot P39 near the intersection of Tarleton and St. Felix Street. In state news, according to the Associated Press, nearly a week after 5 officers were killed in Dallas, a memorial service for 3 Dallas police officers drew in thousands of mourners yesterday. The service was held for Dallas area Officer Brent Thompson and Dallas Police Sergeant Michael Smith and Dallas Police Senior Corporal Lauren Ahrens, all 3 killed in downtown Dallas last Thursday during a protest of the recent fatal shootings of black men in Minnesota and Louisiana by police. 2 more services are scheduled for Friday and Saturday. Thompson's wife, Emily, a fellow officer he recently married, told the audience that the shooter, Micah Johnson, was a coward, saying Johnson's hate made Dallas stronger. Johnson, 25, was killed when authorities used a robot to detonate an explosive as negotiations faltered. 9 officers and 2 civilians were injured in Johnson's attack. In national news, we turn to the AP News Minute video.
This is AP News Minute. Crews in Italy brought in a giant crane to remove the wreckage of 2 trains that collided. Tuesday's crash killed at least 23 people. Investigators are focused on the antiquated alert system that should have warned operators about the 2 trains on the same track. House Speaker Paul Ryan says the House will examine policing issues in America. The decision follows widespread protests after fatal police shootings of black men in Louisiana and Minnesota. 24 Cuban migrants are in the U.S. They arrived in the Florida Keys on Tuesday. Authorities are trying to determine if any of the migrants were involved in a smuggling operation. And a wildfire in southern Colorado has forced residents to evacuate more than 100 homes. The fire has burned about 19 square miles southwest of Colorado Springs. Sandy Kozel, The Associated Press, with AP News Minute.
For more of national and international news, we turn to the AP News Minute.
This is AP News Minute. Donald Trump's presidential campaign is preparing to announce his running mate on Friday. Possible choices include Indiana Governor Mike Pence, Alabama Senator Jeff Sessions, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, and former House Speaker Newt Gingrich. Britain's new Prime Minister Theresa May has appointed former London Mayor Boris Johnson to be Foreign Minister. He was the most prominent leader of the campaign for Britain to leave the European Union. New York City police raided 5 small stores in Brooklyn